Hey VC, this is Joe. New video. This is a Moog machine man. Moog, sorry. Let's see. Anyway, right now we're listening to this I just got today. I have no idea what that says. Push Pump Sati. This, I think, is called Parade. Anyway, I like Eric Satie. This is at Goodwill. Thought this would be interesting to check out. This is just got back from vacation and am completely exhausted and trying to decide whether I can go to PsychFest edition. Wow. I'm just going to show a bunch of records. Maybe that's what people want. Here we go. Then we're going to do some online purchases and some what I got on vacation purchases. The microphones. Got this on Discogs. Some Mount Erie. I haven't had a chance to listen to any of these yet. I love the microphones. This is Mount Erie, no flashlight. This is the one that folds out into the giant poster. Crap. There we go. Maybe-ish. I'm sorry. David Lynch, The Air is on Fire. I missed this on Record Store Day. I was early in the line at Record Store Day, and yet still did not get this. I don't know if the record store just had very few. They must have had just very few. I was very distressed when I couldn't find it. I love David Lynch. And download card. I ordered this on Discogs and was lucky to find a non-jacked up price. If I was smarter, I would have been able to tell you who the seller was to thank them. I think I'll do that real quick if I can. If y'all will bear with me. Because we should all applaud the Record Store Day stores that maybe they didn't sell things in their store, or maybe they get a bigger quantity. I don't know. But they sell them and they don't jack up the prices. So that's nice when a store will do that. This was someone on Discogs named Landlocked Music. Thumbs up. El Subramaniam, Spanish Wave. I'm probably totally ruining that pronunciation. I believe he's a violinist. Yeah. And I picked this up. This is on the Milestone label. Picked this up on my vacation. I'm going to go back and forth between online purchases and vacation purchases. This is something I learned about, I want to say, from Bradley on Facebook. This is Laraji, Celestial Vibration. After reading his description of this, I just was super excited to, I wanted to hear it, and I couldn't find a copy for less than like $35 plus shipping. This copy looks, I think it was rated very good, but this looks VG++. This is very, very good. Anyway, so I'm pleased with that. This is, I believe, going to be some of that sort of interesting ambient type music. This is, the guy said this was signed by Laraji, so I haven't had a chance to read this yet. Arnold, immediately pure, this actual God presence within this eternal, safe, proper glory, silence, peace, forever involved with this most significant inspiration, our sphere, divinity now, light and celestial, Laraji, 179. Wow, that's Gordon. So this is signed by Laraji, so that's pretty sweet. I jumped on that when I saw that. There was that collection again, I'll mention, I Am the Center, is that what it's called? New Age music. And I'm a lover of drone music. I'm a lover of I mean, you could call it spiritual music. I'm not a spiritual person per se. I feel like this world is what we have, what we get, and that's it. We can have a spiritual attitude toward that experience. Indeed, we probably do. Speaking of which, here's Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. All his music is wonderful. He's a Muslim musician, passed away a few years ago. Just intense stuff. Anytime you ever hear him, he's so full of the joy of existence. It's unbelievable. That was a vacation purchase. Okay, Brian Eno, John Hassel, Fourth World Volume 1, Possible Musics, Discogs purchase. I love Brian Eno, and again, I love ambient music when done well. It's one of those things, it can be cheesy, like New Age music. Ambient, New Age, it's basically the same thing. I almost think it's ambient if it's good, it's New Age if it's, you know. Terry Riley, this was like, he was a late discovery for me. I don't really understand that. I may have mentioned this before. But I love Steve Reich, Music for 18 Musicians. It's one of my most highly recommended pieces of music in the world, if you like that sort of thing. Terry Riley, Descending Moonshine Dervishes. That one was Shri Camel. So happy to start to find some of these because I can't find them locally at all. I live in Austin, Texas. None. For some reason, I've gotten to where I just am really annoyed by reissues, you know? I mean, reissues are about the same as original issues. For some reason, some of these labels annoy me. Format with beers, it's sort of it seems sort of like Brooklyn beards, mustaches, you know, hipster, I don't know. It annoys me for some reason, format with beards. Or I could take it the totally opposite way and say, you know, they're just being funny with what they call themselves. I shouldn't judge. Michael Garrison Prisms. Again, this is in that same kind of realm. New Age / ambient / electronica maybe. Steve Hillage, same thing with this. These covers are sort of related in that they both have a sphere and something going on at the center. I don't know. This is something I picked up on the vacation, Manpower, Revelation. I went to a really good record store up in the Pennsylvania area and never have much time. This is only our second time we've ever been able to go in there. This is a vacation we do a couple times. We've done a few times, but anyway. I only have a brief moment in there, so I have to like find stuff, throw it on the turntable, see if it seems like something I'm into. I make a stack and then rejects and blah blah blah. Electronium, a complete guide to audio composition. Now this is a box, and there's only one record in there. There wasn't even any insert or anything, which seems wrong. I looked on Discogs. It said it's supposed to be one of a 3-volume set. Where, I don't know, you get this one, and then you subsequently get the other records to put in the box. I don't know if the other records ever came out. If anyone knows, please let me know. I just picked this up today for $1. I think this is probably my favorite Ringo album, by dint of the fact that it has You're 16. Anyway, let's see. More vacation purchases. No, this is this place in town, Archie Shepp and Horace Parlin, Trouble in Mind. Archie Shepp, great free jazz saxophonist. Looking forward to listening to this. I was really excited to find this. Henry Miller, Reads and Reflects. He's one of my favorite authors. He can be sexist. He can be a bit foolish. But love his work, so full of joy of life. And this is just like basically 4 sides of interviews with him. Tropic of Capricorn, it's one of my favorite books. I was so excited to find this. Love Henry Miller. Modern music from San Francisco. I'm real curious about any of these 60s modern music compilations. This has Vince Guaraldi Quartet on it. Ron Grotti Trio, Jerry Dogian Quartet, don't know them. It's on Fantasy, a lot of Fantasy albums on the Fantasy label on red translucent vinyl, as is this one. I guess pick this up for $5. Pick this up also for $5. This is Words and Music from the Convocation of Religion for World Peace, 1945 through 1965. And this has a Hindu message, Buddhist message, message from the United Nations, Roman Catholic message, Jewish message, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Muslim message, Protestant message, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm hoping there's some music on here besides, anyway. I'm curious about this, and I'm a sucker for colored vinyl. It's on blue, clear vinyl. And I'm all about peace. Okay, new bird, Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker's saxophone is a irresistible, high and mighty sound. This person, the shop, I got a few records that were from this guy's collection. He marked on his records which were his favorite tracks and noted things and stuff like that. This from the same collection, no doubt, because, again, things are noted on the back. This is a series put out, Roots and Blues, from Columbia. This is done at a time when I was working in a record store in 1990, 1991. This is dated 1990. This is a collection of slide guitar tracks from blues era, 30s and maybe early 40s, oh, and late 20s. Anyway, great stuff. This whole series was awesome. I'm still looking to recapture some of this stuff that I remember. I listened to most of these and had most of these on CD. And as you've heard my sad story, if you've listened to my other videos over the years, there have been times when I've been tight broke and had to sell stuff and lost huge chunks of my collection. Used to give plasma to get records. DC Cheer. Last couple of drops of a natural light. Unlike some of you who waste money on expensive, delicious beers, I drink cheap beer so I can buy Lee records. Lee Grail. This is Ken Nordine, Word Jazz Volume 2. Love Ken Nordine. His Word Jazz stuff. Used to hear it on the radio on NPR or PBS, whatever the hell. The cool socialistic radio of America. Let's see, what else? Anything. All-time favorites of Lata Mangeshkar, Indian musician. This is like film music from, say, the 40s and 50s, maybe early 60s. Always good stuff. Another Harold Budd, Lovely Thunder. This is a Vacation record. The Yardbirds, great hits. Great stuff. You know, boom, rock and roll. This is it. The train kept rolling, etc., etc. Tangerine Dream. Exit. Love the Tangerine Dream. Here's a couple of these are some things that I got that I didn't know much about. I'm not finding everything. Presenting Lothar and the Hand People. This is a reissue from blah, blah, blah. I don't know when. This sounded interesting. I'm real intrigued to hear it. After getting a taste at the record store, Van de Graaff Generator. This was $1, and it's in nice shape, so how could I pass it up? Demonstration, not for sale, but someone sold it. That sounds illegal. I had some other stuff, which is greedy of me to even suggest. But I did, I had. Here's something. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Grails! Grails, bitches! Let's see, this is a Hank Williams comp I picked up today. Can't get enough of the Hank Williams. Afro Samba. Luis Agudo. I don't know. Again, Vacation record store purchase. These people look like they would make good music. This was something interesting. Leprechaun Catering, Male Plumage. It sounded interesting in the record store. Roshan Roland Kirk, Prepare Thyself to Deal with a Miracle. Watched the documentary on him at the South by Southwest Film Festival. What kind of gatefold is that? That cover? Oh, and maybe it's this kind of gatefold. Anyway, okay, this is a grail for me of the krautrock variety. La Dusseldorf, their first album, Dusseldorf, including hit single Silver Cloud. This is a German release on Sky. The record store had bought a collection of prog and krautrock, a small selection of stuff. I'm sure there was stuff I missed because I wasn't familiar with it. I missed on a Popol Vuh album that was $40 because I am cheap. Probably should have gotten that because it was gone the next day. This is one from that collection that I picked up. I put it on for a second. I didn't even put on the Popol Vuh at $40. I like to. There is such. I mean, I'm not cheap. These are $20 and $25 records, but I'm not made of gold either. This is Hans Joachim Rodelius, Durch die Wust. I don't know German. Anyway, this is on the Sky label also. Wow, German press. This is something I was really excited to find. Akalar Sorta by William S. Fisher. I love William S. Fisher. His first album, Circles, is awesome. I picked up a promo, original embryo release of that. This is a cool fold-out cover. This is a reissue from 2005. Very excited to find that. This I got just because it is on the red vinyl. It's not in the best shape, but it is what it is. I had these on the Apple label. Maybe they were bootlegs, I don't know. I picked up at a record convention when I was in my late teens or early 20s. Sold them over the years when I was broke sometime. And it's my dream to get these back, ideally on the Apple label. I'll have this one for now until... especially looking forward to eventually finding the White Album on a white Apple label again. I used to have that. Cluster and Eno, love Cluster. It's an interesting cover. Back cover looks sort of like an idyllic, peaceful evening, chilling out with the Sky German issue. How are we doing? 1746. Sorry, people. Record Store Day. Haven't talked about Record Store Day. I talked about the David Lynch that I had to get at the store. Buckingham Nicks finally picked up a copy of this. Everybody always shows this. I've never had a copy. God, she was so hot. Brown. Love this. Anyone know if I could tell for sure if this is a bootleg or not? I mean, this looks old. It has this sort of damage to it. Like it's been sitting in a collection and whatever. Got some water damage. So maybe that's real. Oneness of Juju, African Rhythms. This is a reissue from 1993. This is a reissue. I don't like reissues, and then here are all these reissues. At least they were used and at reasonable prices. This is Voix. Voice. I don't know how you pronounce this. Higistomachi, pioneering avant-garde in electronics. Again, these are things I picked up at the record store that looked intriguing. I put them on, listened to them, and okay, Record Store Day. There's a July early psychedelic 1968 record that sounds interesting. Life Without Buildings. That was part of the reason I woke up early for Record Store Day. I love that album, Life Without Buildings. Any Other City. Female vocalist is a little bit like Marquis Smith of the Fall if he was a female. And a different person entirely. I picked this up on vacation. This is Doors, LA Woman. No record, just the sleeve, and I love this sacrilegious inner sleeve. So I picked it up for that. West of Memphis, the Nick Cave, Warren Ellis soundtrack. Yardbirds, Little Games. This is beautiful slab on vinyl. One of the prettiest I have. On Parlophone label. They're known to have produced some records by somebody or other. A couple more. Medicine, great. Harsh, shoegaze, Sun Ra. I don't like this artwork myself. It is a little cheesy. PsychFest is this weekend. I'm a little exhausted from the vacation and various stuff going on. Medical issues with my wife. We got into a little accident on the vacation and dealing with insurance companies. That stressed me out. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is so freaking exhausting. It takes so much energy, but we must. Life goes on. Peace.